I had had enough.
Well, you drove out there into the middle of nowhere and had some sort of loud verbal display challenging E.T. in general out in the middle of nowhere?
That's what I was doing. I actually had a pistol in my hand at the time. I was really ticked off. When I was having this fit, I was waving the gun in the air, okay, and I had this fit. And at this moment, I said, okay.
I don't know who puts this stuff up, man, but it's irritating. All right, let's start this over. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, that's left. All right, y'all need to get out there and remember that, people. I mean, come on, if all these famous people can get together and sing, what can you say?
There you go.
No, it's a good video. It does well for itself out there too. But I just like to play it because I'm thinking whoever did. I mean, they got Trump picking up his earpieces. The other guys adjusting it. You know, they're all doing something that you would see a regular artist do if they were doing it. So it just cracks me up. So how's the Dragon Con going? I see people running all around behind you like mad people.
Yeah, it's going great. We've got.
Tell that when I said, where was the smile? I didn't see no smile as she went by. I seen that old grumpy face.
She's focused. She's focused. Here, these are all of our new jackets we're wearing right now. Our new.
I see that. See, I need one of those, man. I could look like Captain Kirk with that shit on.
You sure could.
You need to send me one of them, man. I'm all over the place anyway. I could be advertising for free for you. Look at that. It's ow, damn. So I mean, sales doing good. They look like they're busy.
Yeah, we're very busy. We've been selling.
I've been seeing clips from other people that are there. I seen that one. I guess it was a a panel earlier today. You popped out online with all the girls on it.
No, we're definitely going good. There's constant flow of people there at the booth. We had a record number of people buying books yesterday.
Oh man, that's good. I love that. She's so bad. Now y'all look good, new jacket. That damn thing keeps it. See, I must have known because I was wearing red today. I've been hearing. I need whatever she's on. I just need to share some of that special water she's drinking. They've been
There's something about you that inspires her.
Good. I've been seeing a lot of good stuff popping up all over the place. We got four of my friends are roaming around somewhere. They each took a hotel, and every now and then I get a picture. And then I'll get a text like, "Hey, guess what? Boom! All right, talk to you later." Like, whatever. They all got their special interests.
Yeah, well, send your friends to come see our booth.
I told them last night. I said, "Y'all need to stop by and see John." I said, "I know sooner or later y'all going to get over there." And Carol said,
1413 here at Dragon Con.
Carol said she'll be lucky if she gets out the hotel. She said she left her hotel, got to wherever I think she's at the Sheraton, and she said, "Joe, I caught myself falling asleep. I sat down to drink some water." She said it's in the wee hours, and when I caught myself falling asleep and thinking, I just call Uber and go to my hotel and go to sleep. Well, she texted me. I got a text from her at 8 a.m. "Oh, I'm revitalized. I'm good to go. I'll probably sleep tonight." She ain't even to sleep yet. She still ain't left the Sheraton either, by the way. I don't know what's going on over there. Hey, trouble in a bubble. I'm buying her a bubble this year. I'm gonna put a trouble in a bubble, man. She's. Oh, where's that at? Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking for Rumble there for a minute. There's been so much weirdness going on.
There's Sarah and Emily and Julie.
Yes, we were plugging y'all last night. We were talking about y'all. Excuse me. Came up quite a few times last night in conversation, and we had a new guest host with us, a new guest on with us last night. Poor lady didn't know what the hell she got herself into, but y'all came up quite a few times because there's a lot of people roaming around. A lot of people said, "Well, I'm going to drink." I said, "Well, stop by, buy a book, say hi, give them a hug." So just go on by and see what's going on. And then I don't know where Scott is. He texted me yesterday afternoon. Somebody's going to get something to eat, and I ain't heard from his ass since. I said, "Well, just drop me a line so I know somebody didn't scoop you up or some shit." He was I forgot what hotel he took on, but he was all I know is he was having a ball doing whatever he was going to a bunch of, I guess it was like Star Trek stuff or something. I don't know what it was.
I mean, there's 85,000 people here, and it's just a constant flow all day long. Walking by.
And I know Carolyn. I mean, Carol's going to send me some. She's been doing like some clips, like 5-minute interviews, just stopping somebody at the hallway. "Hey, how you doing? Are you having fun?" Stuff like that. Those ought to be interesting. I'd like to see them all put together and see how it turns out. But everybody I know is having a good time. I know my niece.
It was a great first day. A lot of people
were
really happy with the first day, and we're doing really well. We sold a couple prints and just hundreds of books already, and somebody that just came up and they're just interested in they're either aspiring writers or whatever, so they just come stop and see the book covers. We've got awesome book covers, so they definitely stop people, they arrest people, and they get them to okay, what is this about?
Well, yeah, because y'all do really have some great covers. There's a lot of cool stuff there.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. I was just watching kind of one of who was it? I think it was Michael was just sitting downstairs somewhere, and he just had his camera sitting on his lap, and I was just watching all the people go by in costume and just watch. I think he fell asleep actually. Like somebody didn't steal his damn camera because he wouldn't for a while. It didn't like he was moving. Camera was just sitting there. I think he just crashed, and because none of them had any sleep when they found out I was going. I said, "Look, some of y'all need to go up there. Somebody needs to represent us." And I said, "I know there's a few of them, that live within 8 or 10 hours of Atlanta, I said, y'all can drive down and go see what's going on. I told them, whatever they spend on gas and on food and stuff like that, I'd reimburse them. So I don't know. We'll see what comes out of it. I'm just jealous because I ain't there. I was all ready to go. I'm still ready to go. I was thinking about sneaking out this morning. I said, hey, the fucking doctor will never know if I go. I said, just my luck if we watch one of my shows that we're talking about, because he watches my shows and shit. And he was telling me, he said, man, I love y'all in politics. He said, you're just so honest. He said, why don't you? He said, you should be more honest like that with me. I'm your doctor. I said, Doc, I'm always honest with you. I said, I tell you all the time, I fucking hate you. He's like, what? Man, what can you do? You look tired, though, man. Don't let him work you too hard, man. Take a break.
It's just bad shadows. That's all. I'm peachy. I'm awesome.
Get a. Don't drink no Coke. Coke's bad for you, man. Only I can.
I know. I haven't had a soda.
You have to have a superpower like Tim and I have to drink Coke. That's how it works.
No, I don't have that. I haven't had a Coke or a Rubik or anything for decades.
There was something I used to get. A friend of mine used to give me. Oh, I can't remember what the name of it was. It was all natural. I drink like a little shot of this thing. Jesus Christ. I was good for the next 5 or 6 hours. It was all natural, no sugar in it. I don't know what the hell it was. He swears by him. He always dumps them into one of his drinks. Like he'll just get a bottle of water and dump it into his water, whatever it is. I just drank the shot thinking that's what you were supposed to do with it. Maybe that's not what you were supposed to do. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I see a lot of people moving around behind you back there.
Yeah, we've got.
Sorry about that.
So here you see we've sold.
Oh wait, I need that one on the left, man.
Yeah, well.
I need that one. Look, Sarah got to give me a good deal, man. She always want to rip me off and stuff. Tell us the $5.
He does not rip anybody off.
$5. I'm putting my bid is $5. All right, $50. That's my first bid. I can just see her eyes spinning around her head.
Keep rolling.
Should be going, add some zeros, some zeros.
See right there? See what that word says?
I can't see that. What is that? Yeah, $75. Okay, I can go for it. Oh, sold. See that witch? She is evil, man. That is it. I know
We tried to make it available.
She is Satan's stepdaughter.
I know the truth. Available for you, but no.
No, I know now she's Satan's stepdaughter. That's it. I know the truth. I know. That's from now on when I talk about it, I'm going to call her Satan's stepdaughter.
Well, this is our big banner backdrop there with Writers the Teacher. Just the whole... It's a 20-foot long banner there with all the different book covers up through.
God, you need an extra space in the booth just for the damn banner.
Well, our booth is like 35 feet long.
Yeah, I thought it looked kind of long when I seen it earlier on some shot. I seen a shot. I don't know what you were doing, but you had like a long shot.
Yeah, no, it's
sold my picture.
They gave us an extra, so you can see there from.
Because it looks a little longer than last year. Maybe I'm just hallucinating.
No, last year our booth was as long as that backdrop there, that 20-foot banner. We got an extra.
This thing looked bigger.
They gave us an extra booth.
Yeah, I seen y'all hanging out with Pat, giving him some huggings.
Yeah, exactly. This is really popular, the Rise of Future series.
Buy two, get two free.
And the other thing that does really well are that we sell a lot of
stuff there. So give me.
We sell a lot of these. This is a 10-book slipcase with all the stories from the Golden Age. It's amazing what they still sell.
They got some good. They got some. It all looks good too. Get out of here. It's Miss. Well, I'm glad to see them all busy and moving around, making money.
Yeah.
Hey, who's that?
You had Storm Hubbard on as a gift.
Yeah, I thought I recognized that face.
You've had Nicole on before.
Yes, I recognize these people. So that's like last night when y'all were at the when you took that shot of all the ladies. I said, "Oh man, I recognize every one of them. Wow, that's cool."
Yeah. That's at the illustrator panel, and then today we had another illustrator panel because we had so many winners, and then we had a writer panel this afternoon, and then I just finished a podcast with a guy it was a really good interview talking about the falsity of the AI threat to creatives. It's like, because he was actually worked as part of Meta and multiple of these AIs, worked for the companies and building them. And I'm looking forward to airing that podcast in the next couple of weeks because it really dispels a lot of the false narrative. There's so many narratives that get pumped out. People believe and they're really into the threat of AI, and you just look at, here's the problem with it. And this is why it'll never be, for writers, it'll never be the thing. If you've got somebody who's into mediocrity, fine, that's a different thing. That's not what we're talking about for writers of the future. As long as you get people that are really interested in creativity, a computer will never be able to do that just from the very nature of the way it's programmed. Because he's worked on building these models.
That's cool.
So it's very good. And we talked about the number of times that the end of publishing, the end of writing, the end of art, the end of all the music, all these things that were going to be the end of. Humanity will always survive. And then we started talking about Owen Hubbard's Battlefield Earth, because that's one of his favorite, novels by Hubbard. The fact that humanity ultimately will overcome and survive, and just all these different things that we've had over you said people are always get promoted the disaster and that whole story like that's going to be the end of this and this is going to be this, that's the end of that, that's the end of the thing. All these different revolutions that was going to be the end of work for the people, that's just not going to happen. There's always somebody who's willing to be the creative that moves into a new direction. And so I'm a definite believer in that.
Well, I'm sorry, I was being attacked there for a minute. I seen Carmen's cute face walk in while you were talking too.
Oh, God.
Hello, Joe. Hello, John.
Hello, Carmen. What a surprise. Surprise.
Yeah.
What a surprise. I don't know. He's giving you a run now these days. He's no, Christopher, he's at Dragon Con. Yeah. What do you mean you never heard of Dragon Con? What kind of paranormal person are you?
He's paranormal.
He tells me all the time how paranormal he is, this, that, and that thing. You don't know what Dragon Con is, right? Okay, look it up. That's where he's at right now. Well, he was at the Writers of the Futures booth a minute ago. That big, long ass, probably damn longest booth in the place. No, they got some great stuff there. I mean, what are you, two floors, 3 floors, right? Of 4. Jesus, 4.
Yes,
how good.
This is America's Mart. So there's 4 floors here. And then flip around so you can see as I'm walking along here. I'm not going to go off the first floor. Just the first floor here. And it's just like...
Look at all the stuff. I'm not going to say all the junk. That's just impolite. But look at all the stuff. I mean, look at it all. God have mercy. Yeah, people, y'all could all be shopping till you drop. Get over here. You might see John walking around. You can go up and tell him hi. They're at the Writers Future booth. Go stop by, buy some books. Just stay away from Sarah. It's better if you talk to Emily. I'm just helping you people out. Trust me when I say this. And if you do see Sarah, tell her, why'd you sell Joe's picture? Put the guilt on her, people. Put the guilt on her. Go by and put the guilt on her.
We're going to understand that good quality art deserves to be properly recognized.
This picture just last night was telling me it was lonely. It needed a friend that came from the same artist.
Too many pills, Joe.
I'm just telling you. It said it was whispering, Joe. I need another Frank Facetta next to me. That's it. I'm just telling you what the picture was saying. With Christopher, no. I'll have to turn the camera in a minute so you can see what we're talking about, but. There's 2 of them that I wanted, but Jesus, some girl I know wanted to put me in a poorhouse. I would have had to pawn off the wife or something to get it. And she done sold both of them. I just want to smack her around. We're talking about my friend Sarah, who's a sweetie pie. It's that's her job is to sell stuff.
Yep.
There it is. The Galaxy Press booth.
Yes,
Yep.
there it
There's
goes.
Emily. There's Sarah.
And there's the evil one. The
There's
evil one.
Julie.
Yep.
And there's Julie.
I still ain't got past the evil one yet. I'm heartbroken. What can I say?
No.
I'm just saying I'm heartbroken. I can say I'm heartbroken.
John just took us around the block there.
Exactly. Now we're gonna go. We're gonna venture further.
No telling where we end up now.
Here, we get one of these for you, Joe. This can be something you can get.
There you go.
That's
That's definitely paranormal.
And maybe we get him the yellow.
Okay, that's a pair of weirdos. I gotta be honest with you people. If you had DragonCon, there are some strange people there.
Now that was I thought that was unusual there. Joe Montaldo using the word weirdo. I thought that was unusual there.
I can't help. There are
he's
some
got
weirdo
he's
people.
got a paranormal radio station and podcasting.
No, I own United Public Radio that handles some paranormal stuff. In the old days, it used to be a paranormal radio station. Today, it's much different. Fortunately for me. What's that, Christopher? No, I do news. Yeah. No, last night I did news for 3.5 hours. Yes, we tore up all kind of stuff. Yeah, we got into all kind of fun stuff. You can go listen to the archive. It's posted. It's all over the place. Just go look for it. No, we do. This is actually John Goodwin, who is the president of Galaxy Press, who's just is the president of Galaxy Press touring DragonCon for y'all. You don't even know how good you got it, people. It's he's the big honcho. He's the big boss. He's the one who puts on Writers of the Future, the whole nine works. Who Carmen is a fairy who dishes out fairy dust and gets guests on the network. I don't mean fairy like that. You smart ass. That's not what I was saying. I mean, like the fairies that throw fairy dust around. Lord have mercy. If you ever met Carmen, you know he's not a fairy duster. Jesus, people are weird, man.
There you go. There are some people in costume.
Yep.
You know, what is that? Wigs, faces? What is? Oh, hats? What the hell was that you just went by? I thought it looked like wigs or something. Maybe I'm just seeing things. Yeah. So apparently I'm seeing things. Apparently I'm seeing things. Never mind. It's
So John, what is the estimated attendance for DragonCon over the 3 days?
It's 85,000.
Wow.
They don't take it multiplied number of days. It's 85,000 people.
Oh, okay.
So it's they're capped at 85.
Well, yeah, they probably run out of space. They have to get another hotel and all kind of other sorts of stuff.
Wow.
I bet you could get it over 100,000, but they have to add another hotel into it. Or maybe take another convention.
The guy pointing you there, he's wavering. Now, that guy just did the podcast interview with, and that's his soon-to-be wife. I'll be interviewing her shortly as well on the podcast.
It's
So they're writers then?
Yeah, well, the one guy, Stone Sanchez, he's won 2 Grammys, but what we did on is AI, because he's also worked for all the major, I don't think he worked with Grok, but every other AI company he's worked for and helped program and create their, at the outset of building them. So he made a very good interview on the threat of AI and why it's not the big threat that everybody's afraid of. It was a great interview. It was something that I needed to have the other people that are afraid of it saying, oh my gosh, I should quit now before it's too late.
no.
Well, that's a refreshing viewpoint.
Yeah, no, he's like, it was really, really good. He's a publisher.
Oh, okay. Cool.
You should tell him, if he feels that way about AI, that he should look up why the Navy murdered their F-47 stealth plane. It literally, it was so smart. The AI was so good that it scared the Navy so bad they destroyed it.
Okay.
I mean, that should tell you something right there about things. You're like, oh, you did what? You destroyed it, and why'd you do that? It was a bit freaky of an article when I read it. I was kind of like, wow.
Anyway, we can have him on as a guest on the show a little bit down the road, talking about it.
That's right. That's always fun. It's AI is always a fun topic. It's one of those topics that can go so many different directions.
Yeah, the narrative on it is so much the doom and gloom, but
it is. That's mostly what it is.
Yeah, they said the main problem is it has no creativity. It can only mix and match what it's got. It doesn't create itself. And the whole thing about what people, especially, again, mediocrity, you're right. It's a total threat. Be very afraid. If that's all you conceive to do as an artist or as an author, then yeah, it's going to like smoke your sorry ass. But if you're really working to build your craft and expand your craft, we went over like various examples of like even with Writers of the Future, what you're reading as the winners of Writers of the Future right now, 5 to 10 years are the new trends of science fiction. Because you're creating, evolving new aspects of science fiction that in fantasy that hasn't existed before. And so 6 months after that, AI will be, having scraped it, will then start being able to emulate it, but that's all it can do is emulate. It won't create. You can't conceive of new things. You can only take what exists and work with it. It can be very fancy with it, but even then, the main problem is what kind of prompts do you give the computer? And unless you're able to give it exact prompts with exactly what you want and how to do it, you're going to, and there we go. You're only going to be able to get out of it what you can prompt. And he said in terms of stories, it can't do a novel, but it can do short stories. But after about 1,000 words, it loses its ability to like put new stuff together. It like maxes out around 1,000 words. Even then, it depends on how you implement your prompts and stuff and what to ask for. Anyway, it was very, very interesting what he had to say.
Yeah, it's always an interesting topic. I mean, it's a topic that a lot of people are interested in so many fields. It's not even funny these days.
Yeah.
It comes up a lot. And matter of fact, this is a weird one for you. And so a friend of mine's been trying to talk me into putting a new store in on TikTok. She goes, well, Joe, you don't have to do anything. I was like, what do you mean I have to do it? It's all AI, even customer service is AI. I'm like, what? She said, yeah, you just pay for the initial thing and the license and all, and after that, it goes on its little happy own. It even does its own advertisement. I'm like, you're kidding me, right? She's like, I said, well, how much are you making from this? She said, I make about $80K a month. I'm like, what? Apparently, I didn't know nothing about any of this stuff. So I'm looking into it. I mean, I'd like to.
We can go over that and talk about that if we get him on. So, Carmen, I'll give you his contact information, the guy that we just walked by and he waved.
Okay.
Yeah, Carmen said he's been bored anyway lately, so I don't know what that's about, John. You ain't working a man hard enough when he says he's bored.
Hardly.
I can handle that. I can deal with that.
I'm like, damn, man. Oh, no. I forgot what I was going to say, damn it. What are you looking at now? Oh, wait, some samurai guy just walked by. Dude, you don't have a sword? How can you be a samurai? How long you want to listen? I think next year I'm coming with the sword, the lightsaber, and the sword. Next year I'm coming with. One half of me is gonna be a Jedi warrior, the other half of me is gonna be a samurai.
These guys they're making lightsabers over there.
Boy, I tell you what, they got guys and girls now. When you go sword shopping, and even at Dragon Con, there's gonna be some you can get for $30 and $40 and $50. Now, by saying that, I know I was gonna say by saying that, if you want a real good one and a real one, probably base minimum $700.
Yeah,
that's about base minimum. And even on the lightsabers, if you want one with all the sounds, all the bells and whistles, and it's got a hilt that's from one of the famous people, anywhere from $500 to $1,100. Oh, yeah, that's pretty.
Wow.
And yeah, so and you got to remind to tell people. Let me show you. Well, since John was going to buy them, so when you buy one, they come with a glass tube. Okay, if you get the one with the glass tube, I guarantee you will break it quickly. It's thin glass. It goes ding when you hit it. This is what they call a fighting tube. So because they got clubs where they actually people go samurai and fight. This is not even anybody's famous hilt, but you can. I've beat my dogs with it. I've chased them around the house. I've knocked people in the head with it. Dropped it a couple hundred times, and it still works pretty good. I had to change the batteries just recently, and I broke the audio thingy in it. I didn't even know it had an audio thing, and then it had an audio thing, and then it didn't. So anyway, well, I'll take a look at that one day when I'm not, when I got some free time, which whenever that is. It's but yeah, people they're not cheap. Like last I checked, I know the ones we were giving away last year and the year before, Kylo Ren's, were going for $999, and that was on discount. I think they were regularly like $13. And the first time I ever seen one. Was when I went to go see John and them up in what the hell was it? In Salt Lake City. Yeah, and that was the first time when it was no, they were the cheapest ones. They had ones for like $250 and $300 that had all the sound effects and they were nice, whatever color you wanted, and you could get the fighting tube. It's only $10 to get the plastic tube put on it, and what they call the fighting tube, because you can go out there and fight with them. It's just those were hilts that were they had just made. They had them as cheap as $100. And then, but anything that was famous, like Obi-Wan Kenobi's, Obi-Wan, 2 different ones, I think, Qui-Gon Jinn, anybody like that, any of those kind of figures, Yoda, those were going to be a little more expensive. Like I said, starting around $500 and going up. Yeah.
I've been here quite a bit the last couple of days.
Yeah. It's people like the damn things. Why you want to spend $1,000 on a lightsaber that's not a real lightsaber? I don't know. If it was a real lightsaber that cut shit in half, I would opt out for $1,000. Like, yeah, well, give me one of them. I mean, opt in. But look, and I was talking to the guy who gives away because he's 3 years now. And he gives 30, 35 away. Yeah, he tells me for every one he gives away, he gets between 3 and 5 sales. Yeah, so he's happy. And I know he says he's going to give them away this year. You see him. We post them up on the screen when he gives them away. We posted which one it is that they're giving away and how you can win it or not win it. It's I've been trying to get him. By the way, I've been trying to get him to come on the air with me since I met him. He's like, no, I don't come on the radio, Joe. I'm like, why? No, I ain't doing that, man. I can't do that. I don't have to have the camera on. I know you're ugly, so just put your voice on. He's not going for the voice either. He's just, but yet I get him on the phone. He'll be yapping my brain out. I'm like, I don't know. One of these days I'm gonna get him on air. They sell them at all these cons. Yeah. Well, I don't know about the one in California anymore. They used to. San Diego cons, yeah, they're getting a little commercialized. I've heard several people say. Several people told me they felt like it was more of a corporate commercial thing than it was really a con.
Well, John was there.
Yeah, John was there. He was at
the whole crew was there.
At San Diego Con.
Yeah, San Diego Comic-Con. Yeah.
Comic-Con. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people were just, all I ever heard was good stuff about it. But last 2 I've heard 50-50. We'll leave it at that. And I always hear good stuff about Salt Lake City, but that's a select group that goes to Salt Lake City. Y'all should go up there, people. But it's a beautiful ride up there. If you fly, it's a nice flight, but if you drive, it's a really nice drive. Lots of things to see, especially if you're coming from where I live. You can go up through Colorado and all, and go through Albuquerque. You see some nice, interesting places. What's that, Denise? Well, yeah, if you smoke weed, you can stop in Colorado. How's that? But you better be careful when you get to Utah. That's all I got to say to you. Yeah, Utah, it's not like put you in jail in Utah, but you get in trouble for it. I don't know. Every time somebody mentions Colorado, that's the first thing that comes out of somebody's mouth. California is the same way, by the way. It's legal out there. You can fly out to LA and get
There's labs.
I'll tell you what, people, I'm gonna be honest with you. You don't even need to buy marijuana in California. Just walk on Hollywood Boulevard in the afternoons, especially on the weekends. You will be so freaking high, you won't know what to do with yourself. I watched Larry Warren walking from the hotel we were staying at to Author Services. Him and Tom and a couple of us. They were so high. I must have been high too because I was laughing like a schoolgirl. I couldn't stop giggling. I was snapping pictures and laughing. It was like, oh man, the crowd on the side street, it was so thick that it was like you walked into a marijuana factory and just was walking through a smoke cloud till you got to Hollywood Boulevard. And then when you hooked the right to head down to where we were going, it was just like a puffer cloud. But this was on a Saturday evening. This isn't, it was just about dark, so it's probably what time it gets dark out in April out there, 6 or 7. And so
probably,
it was
yeah, but that's why Hollywood so far is at its moral worst right now. It's pretty disgusting. I'm definitely not a proponent of marijuana, which is
don't bring your kids on the weekends either, day or night. Just don't bring your kids on Hollywood Boulevard. I'm just telling you, go on the weekdays. The weekdays not near as bad as the weekends. But it doesn't even matter because last time I was out there filming for Ancient Aliens, I was staying at the Wyndham near the airport. So I decided I was going to leave the Wyndham. I wanted to walk down to 7-Eleven and get something and come back. And by the time I got back, I was high. And it wasn't that they were standing up, but every cut where there's a little booth, a little thing going in behind a hotel or something, everybody was back there toking it up. So as soon as you walk by, it was like it's a rush or cloud hit you.
But anyway, speaking about books, authors, Quill.
Hey, that's why he writes so good out there. Good imagination, No, I'm just
that's
teasing.
hardly good imagination.
I'm
That's
just
imagination.
That's probably lack of imagination.
The reason why we love it out here at Dragon Con is because we sell a lot of books. There's a lot in the early 2000s. It kind of like changed direction, became more of a family show, and so you see a lot of families here, moms and dads with their kids, and they're all dressed up in the different costumes and whatnot. And so it's a real fun thing, but there's a lot of readers here. So I said we sell a lot of books, but there's, as you can see as you're walking around, all types of costumes and other, things that people create, because it's a lot of artisans that also come here to show their wares. It's not just they buy stuff from Korea or Hong Kong, but they create this. These are people that make these clothes and they come here and they sell them. That's one thing that's really cool. They make their J&J Enterprises, they make these swords. I've talked to them over the years.
Yeah, they had some good swords. I know I looked at quite a few when I was there.
Yeah.
I'm always looking to add to my sword collection. I wish I could put it in the studio. There's just no room to put the collection into the studio. But
yeah.
Well, I got three hanging walls full of them. And I don't know. One of these days I'll find somewhere to put them. They're in my hallway. Like if you walk into my house, that's the first thing you see is these 3 things. There's 9 swords per thing, and there's 3 of them. So I've been collecting for a long time. But I'll tell you a little secret, people. When you grab a sword, you grab it by the hilt, and if it wiggles, just put the sword back down and walk away to the next one. Okay. Or if you grab them and you go to no. Don't put your hand in somebody's blade unless you're going to buy the sword. Get a rag or something, or your shirt or something, so because you don't want to get your skin oil on the blade. Expensive swords will blemish. Yes, they will. You have to actually file it out of there, sand it out of there, so you don't have to do that. I own some expensive ones. I own some cheap ones. The cheapest ones I bought were, I don't know, about $275 a sword. Yeah, it's the different ones. Well, and always make sure that the handle goes all the way through the hilt. Always. If it don't, it's a play sword. It's not a real sword. Because if you go to whack somebody with it, the sword's liable to fall off the end of the thing.
Yeah.
Well, I bought John's wife one. I think I paid $1,100 for that set when I bought it. And over the years, it's been hanging on my walls, just kind of getting knocked around and stuff. So I brought Emily the one, the Harry Carey one that you go.
The short sword.
It's they come in sets of 3s, yeah. No, the one she's got is 440 stainless steel, so yes. It is sharp as it'll cut your hair. You can shave with that bitch. Shh, shh. You can sit John in a chair and have a big shave one afternoon. John be like, "No, get back, woman, get back." Oh man. People, I mean, it's like anything. All things can be pretty. Things can be dangerous and still be pretty. Yes, I think Martha is gorgeous with her dangerous little ass wherever she happens to be right now. Oh, John, you love that. The other day, I went to go pick up a rental car, right? And I had Martha on me, and I just kind of had my shirt hanging over. And this guy walked up to me. He goes, "Oh man, what you carrying?" I said, "Oh," I said, "No, I'm carrying a Canic. That's it." He goes, he said, "Oh yeah." I said, "Yeah, it's got 31 rounds." And he's like, "What?" He's like, "Well, you going to war?" I said, "Yeah." And I got another 2 clips with 31 rounds in the car. I said, "Let's go, buddy." Click, click. It's that's the way I try to explain to people. When people tell me about assault guns, all guns are assault guns if you shoot somebody with it. I mean, yeah. It's not an assault rifle unless you're shooting at somebody with it. It's yes, people. I don't make the rules. Look at these people. Everybody.
Hopefully, it doesn't come to that.
Yes. Well, I don't know about where you live. Where I live, it ain't never coming to that. It's like where you live, it might be a little different. Yeah, I hear. Well, somebody's wearing a mask. Wow, I hadn't seen anybody with a mask on before. Well, there's a lot of people.
Everybody's wearing masks of some sort as costumes.
I mean, I was talking,
a non-costume mask.
Yeah. Let me breathe the COVID stuff. This guy looks like he was not having a time there. Something was going on. His alien brain wasn't working. Okay, they're scary. It's nice to see people dressed up. It's one of the nice things about Dragon Con. It reminds me of Mardi Gras when I'm there. Everybody's all dressed up, walking around.
A lot of backpacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of surprised they let that go on because I know some of the conference don't allow backpacks.
Yeah, it's not a problem here.
Yeah. Because they're considered dangerous. You could have a bomb in them or some shit. I don't know. It's
Well, based on that, we could have probably 1,000 bombs here then.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's no people. These kind of conferences don't usually have these kind of problems. People are coming here to have a good time. That's what they're there for.
Yeah.
Well, in the section John's in right now, they're coming to have a good time spending money. But I didn't look this year, but it's probably about 140 a day or something. Usually, it's not. Well, there's a lot to see. I mean, it's not like an average person will spend probably a day in one hotel. And if you're over here where John is, you can walk around and get lost for hours just looking at stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, there's stuff everywhere. And there's all kind of stuff. You don't even know what you're going to see. I mean, there's things you wouldn't even think of are up in there. Tons of clothes, tons of weapons. I mean, there's weapons all over the place.
Yeah.
But there's clothes all over the place.
Is that including lightsabers?
Yeah, there's last time I went, there was 3 or 4 people that had lightsabers. And there was, I mean, big things of lightsabers. And there was 3 or 4 people that had really big groups of swords. And then there's people that have, knickknacks in between like lightsabers or swords. But the real swords people, you walk in, you can tell when you see them. As soon as you look up at the sword, you can tell these guys are serious. Same thing with the lightsaber. When you look up and there's 4 rows of lightsabers and then people surrounded and another 4 rows over here and then all kind of stuff going on. And they'll customize the lightsaber while you're there for what you want, which is kind of interesting. It's a big money industry.
Yeah.
Wow.
But and then you see, look, this is probably one of my guys over there passed out on the floor. Make sure ain't nobody I know. It's
Just so, John, about how many vendors are there?
I don't know, like 400, 500.
Oh, okay.
I'm just in the expo hall. Then there's 4 other hotels, which also have vendors in them.
Wow.
We also have all the panels. So I mean, it's massive. I said 85,000 people. They had the parade this morning, and I saw like a minute of going between here and going to panels. But it's like a well-oiled machine right now. How they put the thing together, because it went Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's over Monday at 5 o'clock.
Wow.
By the time, you know, I'll be through the second floor by the time our hour is up. I'm not stopping anywhere, but I'm just like, it's
Yeah, because
amazing
it's
how huge it is. The floors above me. But this has been good. This is the first time I've come up to this floor. I hadn't walked around the show floor. I've just been between our booth is in the art show, and the panels, and that's all I've done so far. So this has been great coming around, seeing what else is happening here during this show.
yeah. John need to get away from them slave driver girls over there. I mean, you gotta watch them. Man. Next thing I know, they have whips walking around. Get to work over there, man. It's especially that Sarah. You gotta keep an eye on her all the time, man.
You'll change your tune if you finally decide to break down and own up the fact that you want to be able to buy that print. In which case,
yeah, it's because now I'm gonna just be mad at her until she's on my list now. I'm telling you this. See this, look, people. This picture behind me. See, this is the one that keeps talking to me, people. Let me turn it where y'all can see it. There it is, back there. Let's put this down. See, that picture keeps saying it's lonely. It says it's lonely. It needs a friend. See, look at it back there. It's all waving around stuff, and it says it needs a friend. It does have a different kind of friend next to it, but it's not from the same artist. That little one right there.
Hello, Joanne.
That was an expensive little shit thing. So is that one right there with the...
Okay, I'll drop them off in the bowl.
Okay, there we go. Let's get back to where we were now, people.
Okay.
Anybody feel sorry listening to you?
Yes, we were listening to you, Karma.
You need to mute yourself, Carmen, when you take calls.
Okay.
Yes, because we was listening to you going, who's he talking to?
I gotta step out of here for 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead, man. It's I mean, there's all kind of stuff in this place. You name it, they got it in there.
Yeah, I'm looking at all these different soaps they got here.
No, Dean, he's at one of the floors at the Dragon Con right now, and there's just shit everywhere. I mean, everywhere you look, there's lots of clothes there. There's lots of everything there. Shit, there's colognes there. There's perfume there. There's caps. There's dolls, or there's faces. I mean, you name it, it's there.
There you go, Joe.
There you go for Halloween, people. There you go. Go over there and go buy something. What do you mean? If you're gonna buy me something, I either want one of the pictures from the Writers of the Futures booth, or another lightsaber. Yes. No, I want Master Windu's lightsaber. Yes, the purple one. I can't remember what Qui-Gon Jinn's lightsaber looked like. Yeah, I don't remember. No, well, the picture I wanted, she sold, but there's still another good one over there. Y'all could get me. Get over there. Y'all get over there and want to buy me a picture. I'll haggle with her for y'all. Yes, because you got to haggle with her. She's tough. And you wimpy people ain't going to be able to haggle with her, but I can. I know how to get to her. I know.
That's why you've been so successful over the last 5 years. Still not getting
I got her close. Got her close when you had the price I wanted. It came close within a couple $100. It's I had her close. She's just tough.
You've got a computer that needs to invoice that one thing, so when it gets right down to it.
You know what I might do? I might start me a whatchamacallit fund for one. What do you call it? What's that fund? All the
GoFundMe?
Yeah, not a GoFundMe. No, the Kickstarter. I might have a Kickstarter fund.
Kickstarter?
Kickstarter for that
buy
picture.
Joe's print, Kickstarter.
Yes, buy me this picture and I'll give you some free archives. It's not the ones that are already free, smartass. No, I got lots of archives that you can't access unless you pay for them. Yeah, sorry, peeps. If it's the Gray Zone or Science and Beyond, those are only pay for listen. Yes, there's a lot of information in those too, but they only pay for listen. No, actually, we have some guest joiners in the second round. Why, Denise? I don't know. One's from Atlanta and one's from Mars. The doofus ass. I swear. You ask me dumb questions, you're gonna get dumb answers. That's why. It's so they got a lot of food hanging around. Wait, I didn't see no food in this place.
Well, I just walked by a Whole Foods.
Oh, did you? I missed it. Damn. Well,
There's a lot of food.
I tell you
But
what,
I'm going to be going with. We have reservations at a place called Amalfi, in which is an awesome Italian restaurant. We'll be going there at 7:00 with about 24 other winners. We got a whole room set aside for us, and
oh Lord have mercy.
So we'll have that, and then tomorrow night all the judges will be eating in another place called Cuts, which is a really great steak restaurant.
Yeah, I think I've eaten at one before.
Yeah.
The name sounds familiar, so generally when it sounds familiar, I've been there because I don't log things in my memory that I've never been to. Hey, look, the hard drive's getting full. I gotta limit what I put up in the damn thing. Well, thank you, Denise. Oh, I sound better. Well, thank you. Yes, I'm on lack of drugs, man. Isn't that so nice? Yeah. Oh, it's Supergirl.
Yeah.
Okay, is that the Swamp Thing? I don't know, but that looked like the Swamp Thing. It's they got a lot of good customers. Got a lot of people y'all must have been smoking when y'all made them costumes too.
You're smoking crap.
Hey, I can't help it. America has become, America has become pot central.
Yeah, well, Galaxy Press is.
There's Julie.
Yep.
And I'm probably one of the few people in the world that if I smoke pot, I get mean. So I'm not allowed to smoke that crap. No, not like that. And that and Jack Daniels, those two things make me. Boy, Jack makes me mean as shit. But yeah, you give me a White Russian, I get giddy like a schoolgirl. Or by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all are at Dragon Con there's a bar on the corner of the building where he's at. There's a little bar there. This little chick makes the best whiskey sours I've ever had. I had 3 or 4 when I was there last time. They were really, really good. And because it's whiskey sour is not a drink that everybody can make.
So
anyway, back to books and arts.
Josh is cool in a couple minutes. So
there's Daniel.
Did you send him the link? He has the link. Okay, good. So he'll be coming on in just a minute because I'm about ready to.
I'm getting ready to start bringing both guests on in just a second.
Oh yeah.
Wherever I happen to be.
Thank you, John, for that reminder to them.
Yes.
No, I was already in the thing.
So anyway, it's been a great thing. I'm sorry you were not able to make it, Joe, but hopefully we can work it out for Panic in Salt Lake.
Yeah, I mean, I just miss seeing y'all. I mean, Dragon Con's all great, but I'm really coming down to see y'all is what I'm coming there for.
We look forward to seeing you and sharing some good food and some good chatting and some good times.
Yes. Tell the girls don't eat everything. I'm just trying to get hurt, man.
They are. They're busy selling away. They're working it.
Well, I know they deserve to eat good because I see they haven't stopped since you've been there. They've been just.
Yep, it's just a constant flow. So anyway, so I'm going to ring off here, and then you'll get Daniel in a moment. He's getting ready to log on right now.
Yeah.
And nice chatting with you, and you can say bye to your girlfriend. There you go. Say bye-bye.
Just telling you, he's going to torture me even more. I'm not looking. I'm looking away. Okay. I'm looking away. Now I got to go back and see if I sent the damn guest invite messing around with you. Okay, that's one of those invites. Okay.
He's logging in now. Okay, good. So I'll make sure he gets in there fully with Daniel because he's right next to me. And with that, sayonara.
Okay.
And what was I doing? Okay. And then I got to get Daniel. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Hopefully I ain't sending it to him twice. Let's see.
And to Armand, too.
Yeah, so I'm saying I'm trying to make sure I'm not sending it to Daniel twice. It's I may have sent it to him already, but I guess I'll do it again and then I'll just make sure. Now let's see what. Okay,
here's lady. She's trying to get into the picture here.
She said, "Hey, I need my screen time, man. Don't mess with me. That's mine. They want their screen time. They're not playing around. They're like, I need my screen time." I was picking on a friend of mine the other day. He said, "You're a black chihuahua. Let's get on camera." I said, "Yeah, she's a ham." I said she's such a ham. She has her own. She's got her own StreamYard. I mean, TikTok. Sorry, she's got her own TikTok. And I'm like, yeah. And they like, what? I said, yeah, she got like 3,000 followers too. I said, here I am busted it. My dog's over there getting them, just getting followers without even trying. And I'm like, look at this little rat. When I was posting every day, she was getting tons of followers, but I told her if she wants to post anymore, she's got to do it herself. She's like, but Dad, I'm not going to do that. I'm like, yeah, you're going to have to learn, puppy dog. Christopher, yeah, we're talking about the one that you never can tell that's on my chest until she opens her eyes. Yeah, that weird one. Yeah, I don't, it used to be just a black shirt, but it doesn't matter what kind of shirt I'm wearing. If she's laying against my chest, people just for some reason don't see her there. And then all of a sudden she turns her head and opens her eyes, and everybody's like, okay, what is that, Joe? Is that a creature? She is kind of ugly. I mean, she is a chihuahua after all. No, Jenny. So you're on Pal Talk, so you can come over to Rumble or YouTube or Facebook and catch us over there. Well, that way you're interacting with the chat room. Yes. Yes, you're interacting with the chat room. Yeah, well, you act like I make the rules. I don't make the rules. These companies we do business with make the rules. No tie. Carmen said I couldn't wear a tie today. He said no ties. No, I knew John was going to be relaxed at Dragon Con. That's why. So what do y'all think? Who else that hasn't gone? You better. I don't even know if you can get a ticket anymore. You can try to get a ticket.
A ticket for Dragon Con?
I don't think you can. I think they're sold out. I think for sure they're sold out. All you can do is go and go online and see if they got one. Maybe people didn't come. Hey, Daniel. How you doing?
Hello, man? Daniel. This is Daniel Montifar joining us.
Hello. I'm going to sit over here because it's really loud.
It's loud. I know. It's loud over there.
Yeah. Hello. Sorry. It's very loud over here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I can imagine.
I know last time I broadcasted live from there, I was sticking my head in between stuff.
Daniel, of course, is at Dragon Con in Atlanta, Georgia. He's originally from the Houston area in Texas, and you're still at Ringling College of Art and Design.
Yep, that's true.
Yep. So he's in Sarasota.
Sarasota.
Yeah, Florida.
Down there in the Florida. Oh yeah, you must like it down there. Well, it's a little hot down there right now. Well, you from Houston, you it's the same thing. It might be a little bit hotter in Florida, but it's not that much. It's I live on the coast, so it's always hot. Yeah, it's so I live right here.
Joe's in Mississippi, right?
Yeah, I'm
just across the New Orleans, just across the Louisiana border, right?
Yeah, not far over. Yeah, so if I walk out of my backyard, the Gulf of Mexico. I'm sorry, people, the Gulf of America, Jesus. I'm about 150 yards from the Gulf. The bayou runs right through my backyard. It's about 15 feet from my back door.
Wow.
Yeah, well, we were going to buy a place right on the coast. And then a friend of mine goes, well, you're going to have to buy here. Your insurance is going to be like, I said, no, we'll buy this one, which is on the water on the coast. So I well, this works out just as well. Except every now and then we do see an alligator or two coming through. So, how you been, Daniel? They treating you good?
It's been pretty good. It's pretty busy. It's not Dragon Con. It's really loud over here. Trying to talk to different people, show my work around. But yeah, kind of just been all over the place right now.
Yeah.
Do you have your own booth, or you're displaying at the Galaxy Press booth?
Oh, I'm just at the Galaxy Press booth right now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it until you get up there a little ways, man.
Yeah. I was drawing a guy's dog the other day because I was doing little drawings for people that like to sell. So
yeah, just for the people who are listening now, Daniel is a winner in the Illustrators of the Future contest, and his art is published in L. Ron Hubbard Presents Writers of the Future Volume 41, which is available on Amazon.
Which one is Volume 41?
That's the newest one.
I couldn't.
That's the one that you have behind you, right?
Actually, it's not exactly.
You don't have it back there.
Where is it? Oh, I think I gave it away.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna have to go dig up my copy now to put up there. Yeah, I gave away a copy. Somebody was begging me last night for a copy, and I'm like, you can go buy the damn thing. Oh, but I wanted you to sign. I said, why do you want me to sign? I'm not even in the damn book. But I'm getting it from you. Just sign it with UPRN on the bottom. I'm like, no. I was like, come on, Joe. I said, I'll give you my last copy, but I'm not signing the damn thing. Well, that just sounded dumb to me. Let's just be honest about it. It's not like I'm in the book or anything.
Right. Did you send the link to Armand?
I did, but I haven't seen a response. I'm gonna send it again, just for what do they call it? The old age shits and giggles.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send it again.
So Armand is going to be on with us shortly. He goes by the pen name of Barlow Crassmont, and he's from Chicago, but he's in Tieling, China, and he'll be joining us from China.
From China.
When he gets here. Mm-hmm.
Oh, where you from? I'm from China. Oh, I got somebody
teaches English over there.
That's what my brother-in-law teaches English in China. He teaches Chinese. He teaches Chinese in America and English in China.
Interesting.
It gets confusing sometimes, and he just slips into different language when he's talking. He speaks like 7 different languages. A shithead.
Wow.
But he makes a lot of money teaching Chinese to Americans. Makes a lot of money teaching English, and he teaches 2 versions of English. He teaches what they call proper English, and what we call slang English. He teaches both.
Street English. Huh?
Yes, that's what it is. Because Americans can be lazy with their words. Let's be honest.
Just like what you just said. Yeah, that's what it is.
So we're lazy with our language. So he teaches both, and I guess it makes people who are moving here feel more comfortable to be able to use local terms. Mm-hmm. But I'm from the deep South, man. Come on, our colloquialisms are just whacked. I mean, it can mean any damn thing. I mean, we have some words that mean 8 or 9 things. It's crazy how it works around here. Mm-hmm. And it's
So Daniel, do you have any projects that you've been doing since the Illustrators of the Future Awards event, which was in April of this year?
I guess right now I'm planning to make a collection of book covers based on different stories, such as like The Never-Ending Story and Princess Bride and The Count of Monte Cristo, and I just plan on just making like my iterations of those covers.
Oh, nice.
And maybe like sell as prints or use as just portfolio pieces.
Oh, great. That's a great idea.
One of my favorite stories, by the way. Who is this strange person we just let in the chat?
There he is. There we go.
How you doing on the other side of the planet?
Welcome, Barlow. Yes, from is it Tieling?
Tieling.
Tieling, China.
What the hell time is it over there right now?
It's 6:09 on Sunday morning, 6:09 a.m.
That's what I was thinking. It was pretty.
I feel like I'm going to church.
Yeah, right. It's for us people over here, it's like tomorrow.
Yeah, well,
actually, it's yesterday for you guys. I'm in the future.
He's in the future. We're in the past.
Right.
That's right.
When I'm talking with my Australian friends, I'm like, "Yeah, do you have the Powerball numbers? Do you know the Powerball numbers?" Well, they're always a day ahead of us, because it's only 5.
It's 17 hours. Yeah.
It's 5:09 p.m. here, so it's and then of course he's out in Cali, so it's what 3:09 p.m. for him. It's it's interesting how we can all be in different time zones and still be able to speak without. I remember in the old days when they used to try to do satellite news and it'd be all breaking up and clunking out. You couldn't watch it. Now we're just chatting around the planet like it's the way it's supposed to be.
You got a cell phone or a laptop, and away you go. You know? It's like
definitely
we're
a
all in
different
different
planet.
time zones. Joe's in Central Time. I'm in Pacific. Daniel's in Eastern Time, and Barlow's in China Time.
Yeah,
which is kind of an interesting thing because it's like the whole country of China is one time zone, right?
that is correct, which is really strange considering how big it is.
Right.
And that the East and West are just so far apart. And, when the sun sets on one side, it's at a completely different time than on the other side. That is bizarre. I agree with that.
Yeah, it is.
That is bizarre.
It is strange the way it works. So what you been up to? I mean, you're over there working, obviously.
Yeah, a lot of teaching, a lot of writing, a lot of reading. My schedule is pretty friendly. I gotta be honest. I'm not gonna complain. That's one of the reasons I moved. I moved here, even though I love America. I just cannot find this kind of working schedule and this kind of freedom over there. I only work 20 hours a week.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, and I get like a really nice apartment that's paid for by the company, and I save most of my money, and I just cannot, as much as I would want to do this in America, I can't. I guess in hindsight, had I would have followed maybe a different path during my college had I known that the artiste path was not really going to guarantee me this kind of life in America. But anyway, yeah, it's great. I mean, for me, there's not enough hours in a day, man. My day is filled with activities and things to do, despite my light schedule. Yeah, it's pretty good. No complaints here.
I know my brother-in-law was over there for about a decade teaching English, and now he's back here teaching Chinese.
Oh, how about that?
He teaches all three dialects too. But I was telling him he also, when he teaches English, when he was teaching English over, he taught two versions of English. Proper English and what we would call slang English. He actually taught that as a course. I was like, "You're fucking kidding me, right?" He's like, "No." I said, "You got paid for that?" He said, "Yeah." I was like, apparently I was in the wrong line of work all the way around. But he said it was great. He loved it over there. He said he had a good schedule. Everything was paid for. All he did was pretty much do his classes and go out and look at everything. Well, I mean, he was doing other stuff. He was doing a lot of reading because he likes to keep up on stuff, but still, he said he did a lot of traveling. He said there was a lot of places close to where he was at. You could see great, fabulous things. For a while there, I didn't think he was going to come back. Yeah, but I think
I know that feeling. I know that feeling.
Yeah, he something about his citizenship. If he didn't come back, I don't. Anyway, he kind of had to, but yeah, he told me just recently he's thinking about going back again. He said it's just such a great job. I'm like,
yeah, it's very cushy. It's like a big couch. Living here, it's like you feel like you're playing on a big, comfortable couch.
Yeah, he enjoyed it.
No stress,
Anytime I talk to him, he's always got to tell me about it. So it tells you, and he enjoyed it. Poor me, I'm just as a contractor sweating like a dog. Obviously, I was in the wrong line of work. Poor Daniel, he's drawing all kind of stuff. It's I don't know, Daniel, maybe we're in the wrong line of work, man. We need to go join Barlow over there.
So just so your listeners know, Barlow is a writer, an author, and he's a winner in the Writers of the Future contest. And his story, it's The Boy from Elsewhen. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, is featured in Volume 41. So that's Hubbard Presents Writers of the Future, Volume 41. And the way the contest works, or I should say the contests work, is an illustrator, a winning illustrator, is paired with a winning writer, and that's who you're looking at right now. Daniel was paired with Barlow, and he created an illustration for Barlow's story. So How was that collaboration?
It was really great. I
You go first, Daniel. I'll follow.
Yeah, it was really great. I loved Barlow's story, and it was this very interesting. And it was my first time doing professional work with an art director, and so I felt that it was a really good experience to do, and I just loved the process of it, and just in general.
Good. And who was the art director for you then?
I had Maliva and Echo Chernick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they both gave their input on the illustration.
Right.
So yeah, it was just
they like help you pick out a scene in the story, or how does that work?
It was kind of just up to me, and I gave a bunch of thumbnail ideas of just different scenes throughout, and they kind of just picked which one they felt best suited for the book, and it was just different iterations each time, and it was just, like every week I just give them like what do they think, like what should I change, what should I add, until I got the full finished illustration.
Oh, good. That's interesting. It's like you come up with a way to kind of tell the story without telling the story, right?
Yeah.
Well, good.
Yeah, I remember Barlow's story was back, I think it was like 150, 151, but I'm trying to think where the artwork was. And don't ask me why your page, I must have liked your story if the page actually stuck in my head.
It sounds about right. I mean, I think you're right. It is around that. Because I remember when I was doing the signings, I had to put my John Hancock on those pages, and it stuck. The page never got stuck. It is around.
Yeah, I must really like the story, because I'll remember stories. I mean, I've read quite a few of the books now, so I'll remember different stories, and I'll remember different authors. But it's only maybe 4 stories I could actually tell you where to find the story at. And one of them was Death of a Taxman. I don't know why that story stuck with me so well, but it did. It's David Haney. He was insane, is what he was. But it's I don't remember where they put the picture. You know what? Let me just cheat and go find the pictures. How's that? There we go. Let's go look through this. Anyway, I'll find it here in a second, I'm sure. What they're talking about, ladies and gentlemen, is so there's a signing day where these poor guys have to sit there and sign books all day long. I mean, it's not all day, but there's a lot of books. And they even cut it back a little bit this year, but still, there's a lot of book signing going on, a lot of paid signing going on, because a lot of those books go to like Barnes and Nobles and Books A Million, stuff like that. So if you were lucky and you got your book early on, you probably got a signed edition. My signed editions are a little bit different because I've had them add stuff through it, but it's just one of those things. Hey, I'm just going blind apparently. Now I'm in the colored photos now. It's good. What were you saying, Carmen?
I was going to say, so in China now at whatever 6:30 in the morning, 6:20 in the morning, is it on Sunday? Do you have something that you do normally, or are you off and you're?
No, I work weekends. My off days are Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Oh, okay.
So I work at 9.
Mm-hmm.
I go to work at 9. So.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's not that big of an inconvenience to do this at this hour, because I usually get up around 7 something anyway. So it's an hour. It's only an hour before. So
oh, okay.
It's too bad. It actually worked out. Perfectly.
Good. Yeah. We could.
If I may just quickly comment on what Daniel was talking about.
Yeah, sure.
The first time I saw the illustration, I was really floored, because not only did he capture the essence of the story in that one frame, one image, but I honestly thought, and I still do, that it's the illustration is better than the story. And knowing that I never qualified for the grand prize because my story ended up, I got a 3rd place win in the first quarter, I believe. It was
get it close enough.
Here it is.
Yeah, there you go. There it goes. Yeah.
It's hard to see in the light in the studio, but
The gloss is creating like a little reflection there too.
Let's see. Maybe we can cheat a little bit.
Just so that the listeners here or viewers know too. Also, there's an event on one of the days. I believe it was Monday, and we call it the big reveal. And and when what they do is they took all the illustrations and put them on easels in a room, and they take all the illustrators and they pull them off to the side, and then they open the doors, and all the writers come in, and they look at all the illustrations and pick out which illustration is for their story, and that's the first time they see it, and then they get to meet their illustrator also, which is pretty interesting event.
So I mean, Barlow, when you seen it, did you know it was yours or
I did. It took me because I started on the left side of the room where the boy from Elsewhen illustration was located much closer to the right edge. So I had to go through about 8 or 9 different illustrations to get to it. But I immediately recognized it. And to this day, I wonder, because I never qualified for the grand prize because my story finished 3rd in its quarter. But he qualified for the grand prize. And I'm kind of wondering, where did he end up? Where did his illustration end up in the voting for the grand prize? I know that the other guy won. The Kill Switch illustration won the grand prize.
Jordan, another Texan, by the way. Jordan, she was a winner. And
that's right. Jordan, that's correct.
Yeah, Jordan's near, I think she's near Austin or San Antonio, something like that. Mm-hmm. So anyway, but you know what? All the years I've been doing this, I've never heard how the illustrators rank, where they come in. So, and what you were talking about was your story came in 3rd place. They do have a ranking each quarter for the writers, and the writers each quarter are 1st place, 2nd place, 3rd place. So, and then the 4 first place winners are the ones who are in contention for the grand prize. So, and this year it was Randon Bartholomew, I believe, who was his story.
For the car, what is the call? Oh, ASCII.
Oh, ASCII. Yeah, right. Yeah. The computer term there.
That's correct. Yeah.
And I believe Randon's at Dragon Con right now, right? Daniel, did you see him there?
Daniel is. Are you at Dragon Con right now?
Oh,
Daniel's at Dragon Con.
I don't know if you can hear the surrounding. It's very loud over there.
And there's probably,
but they're not distracting. It's just enough to kind of get the ambiance right.
Yeah. I think John Goodwin told me yesterday there's like 14 past winners of the illustrators or writers of the future contest at Dragon Con right now. So it's a whole alumni there. So,
are you seeing any familiar faces from this year, Daniel, over there?
Yeah, there's quite a lot that came back. I know. Yeah, I think around like half of the people came back.
Wow.
Yeah, it sucks. I ain't there.
I know we're gonna do a reunion dinner like after the con ends today, so it'll be a fun time. Yeah.
That's good, man. I envy you. I wish I was there.
So did you drive up from Florida then?
No, I flew from Sarasota to Atlanta. And then I kind of just I carpool with a bunch of the other winners. We kind of just stayed at the same hotel.
Oh, okay, good.
It's interesting. It's I never realized how big Dragon Con is. It's like it takes over
massive.
It takes over the whole city, kind of pretty much.
Right. Yeah.
Just each building.
It's ridiculously big. I always tell all my friends who want to go, I said, about 4 months before you go, you need to start exercising. So you're in good shape, Dan. You don't have to worry about it. So that's old people need to get out and do some exercise before we get to Atlanta because, it's up and down those hills, up and down those hills. I cheated last year. I said, you know what? I realized that Uber can get you by, GPS. So I just call him on top. He'll come pick me up, pick the bottom of the hill, drop me off. Like $3. I just cheated my butt off. But there's a lot of ground to cover. When you're inside the hotels, it's a lot to cover. I mean, there's a lot. I got 4 reporters there, and I think they're lost. I haven't heard from them since noon. I'm thinking they've gotten lost, and I know one of them, actually 2 of them, probably haven't even had any sleep in the last 30 hours. It's just a lot to do, and people don't realize, but Dragon Con's 24. The America Mart's not where they sell stuff, but the rest of the con is 24 hours a day. There's always something going on.
Wow.
And I was like, really? And I seen John and him hugging up with Pat today. So that's the owner of Dragon Con, or he's just a boss man now. I don't think he does any of the hard work anymore. So, oh man, so do you tell any? Oh, I don't know if you can. I was going to ask you if you tell any of your students about Writers of the Future, but that might be a no-no over there.
No, I did. I some of my students know, and they've seen the book. I brought it in. They're definitely Googled and Googled about it, so they're definitely impressed. And they've seen also the footage and the pictures online.
That's excellent. That's
about
excellent.
The event and the gala. Yeah, it was good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I know my last 4 or 5 friends that went to China had a hard time coming back. Not because China wouldn't let them, because they wanted to stay. China's an old country with lots and lots of stuff in it. I mean, it's 5,000 plus years old with lots of things to see, and their culture is much different than ours. Well, not as much as it used to be, because I have noticed that some of it's getting a little westernized, but it is different than ours. No, I got a lot of friends from over there. I got a lot of friends from Japan, all over Asia, actually. And the damnedest words can get you in trouble sometimes. Well, they don't think exactly the way we do. It's a little different. He knows because he's teaching English, but I know because I have a lot of friends from them when we're talking and we're translating each other's, because they're speaking in their language, I'm speaking mine, so it means we're using Google Translate, which, let's just be honest, isn't the best way to talk to somebody. And somebody said something, don't call me a vase, and I didn't understand what they meant by it. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about, a vase? A vase is where we put flowers in. No, like I'm an empty vase that you just put stuff. I'm like, what? I was totally confused. It just lost me completely. But hey, it's part of learning to make new friends, and we have such a big presence in China that I think supposedly we're in 12 cities in China. I know we're in Hong Kong. I know we're in Beijing. I know we're in some other cities, but China actually picks up the bill. So a long time ago, when Hong Kong was still belonged to the British, a friend of mine owned Pioneer Radio in Hong Kong. Well, just before it switched over, it was switching back to China. He said, "Well, look, I'm gonna retire, and you can have my servers in Hong Kong." I'm like, "Cool." So I figured once they switched, that was going to be the end of that, But I was about 6 months in. I get a phone call to People's Republic, basically saying, "Look, if you don't talk about our leader," which, by the way, wasn't Xi Jinping at the time. I said, "If you don't talk about our leader," he said, "you can talk about China, just don't talk about our leader, and you can stay, and we'll even help spread your servers across the country." At that time, it was 5. I was like, wow, okay, well, that was cool. And then when Xi Jinping took over, I basically got the same phone call. I actually got a letter to sign too, but I got the same phone call. I said, well, I don't really have anything against Xi Jinping. I said, that should be easy. And so they upped it to 12 servers, which they pay for all the servers, for all the internet servers that carry us in China. So you can't ask for a better deal, because it would cost me a fortune to carry servers over there, and they carry them, and they're allowed to pick up our shows, and we talk about everything. So so far we haven't had any problems. That's been more than a decade now, and we haven't had any problems. So I'm very happy. We get lots of responses from people in China. We get lots of email and stuff, and like I said, there's a little sometimes in the translations, and then some of them speak better English than I do. So
yeah, I've noticed that they really take their studies very seriously here. Schooling is of utmost importance, and when they learn anything, whether it's I've even played with some Chinese tennis players, and they really take their tennis seriously too. they can acquire the level of skill that it takes somebody in the West like 10 years. They can do it in 2 or 3 years because they go hard at it.
Wow.
It's impressive. The discipline is impressive.
Yes, well, because if they're trying to bring themselves into a first world country in the world, and and for a long time they were treated like whatever. We won't even get into that part, but you have proof is in the pudding, and that's what they're doing. They're bringing themselves up with. They're surpassing the world in a lot of places.
Yeah,
it's not a bad thing. Whoever wrote me that. No. There's. Don't get me wrong. In every government on this planet, there's not something that's good. So we're not going to go there. You should have saved that for last night's show. Yes, it's what the news shows about, or the chat. You can bring that up in the chat, but that's not for this show. It's politics.
You're talking about something that's coming up in the chat there, right?
Yeah, and the pal talk chat. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're all got their brains still stuck in politics from last night, is what it is. Yeah. Well, we do 3.5 hours of politics, sometimes 4 hours of politics on Friday night, and it's hardcore politics a lot of times, but it's honest politics, which most Americans are not used to. Let's just be honest about it.
Isn't that a contradictory terms?
Yeah. I get a lot of hate mail over too. Well, you should pick a side. I'm a centrist. Why would I pick a side? What's a centrist? I said a centrist is an equal opportunity hater. How you like it like that? Oh, then they're fine when I say it like that. I'm like, whatever. But country's politics that I'm not, up to my ears in, that I don't understand. Like in China's their scene's changing a lot in the way their country does things. So until they decide where they're going to actually be in 50 years, I'm not even going to worry about it. Japan's politics are pretty solid. They're easy to talk about, but Europe's a bigger mess than we are. I'm like, come on. Don't what I always say? Don't throw rocks when you live in a glass house, man.
Yeah, right. And this is an authors and illustrators show, and so we'll.
That's right. And writers write about that a lot. Writers write about that a lot. About don't cast.
Did your living in China influence your writing, or has it influenced your writing in any stories?
The one thing that I've noticed, the dependency on the hand devices, the staring at the smartphones, it's a much bigger problem in Asia than it is in the West. I'm not saying it's not a problem in the West.
Oh,
you're saying it's more of a problem in China?
It's more of a problem here.
Wow. And I think it's a problem.
I know. Imagine a country with almost 1.5 billion of people that are just can't get off it. One of the parents told me recently that on a free day on a weekend, his child was watching those little short videos for 12 hours, only taking a break to go to the toilet and to eat.
Wow.
And it's like a normal thing now. That's like a normal weekend for a kid.
It's about 6 hours in the U.S. Yeah, it's bad. Daniel said he likes to do it. He's got his TikTok. He's got his TikTok out right now. He's scrolling on TikTok while we talk.
What are you talking about? There's just people there's like tons of people just walking over, just staring at me. It's like, what's this guy doing on his laptop?
They're just looking at this guy.
Like, actually, half the whole booth just left right now at the illustrators table. They didn't even know I was on this call.
Right.
They're like, who is this people?
How much
take some business while you're talking? We don't mind.
Right. How much time do you spend scrolling, Daniel?
I try not I know before it was kind of a problem, but I try not to
Oh, okay.
Try to get focused on what I need
okay.
Because I know.
When every time we talked about the writer grand prize winner Randon Bartholomew, and in his bio when he first sent it to me, I would always kid him about it because it says I still use a flip phone, and I the last time I talked to him, I think I was joking with him about I call him, I go, is this Randon's flip phone? And he goes, yeah, it is. And then I said, do you really? I go, why did you go to a flip phone? He goes, I used a smartphone for a while, and he said I knew I would get roped into it and I wouldn't be able to get myself off of it, and that's why he went to that. and that's how he was able to write, is because he didn't have a smartphone to work from. He just had I should say he didn't have a smartphone to work from, so he had his flip phone, and he's just making calls on that, and that gave him the time to do his writing and things like that. So that was kind of an interesting.
You got to have two if you're going to be serious. Okay? One's not enough. Let's just be honest. You gotta have, this is actually just for phone calls, but the other is my internet phone. But I actually don't do that much flipping. I do more talking and chatting because I got a lot of connections. Most of the time you see me on the phone, I'm chatting with somebody. And people are like, you're not flipping because my fingers are going in like, oh, who are you talking to? None of your business. I talk to people I've met from y'all. I talk to people from the organization that I work with. I talk to people from the radio network. And then every now and then I do see something go by that I feel a need to say something. Well, let's just say as a hater and leave it at that. It's every now and then I just see, it's like when somebody that wrote to me the other day, we didn't go to the moon and the earth is flat. It's like, Joe, just leave that alone. Just leave that alone. Well, I'm hoping somebody will write a book about it. We didn't go to the moon and the earth is flat. And I'm like, just leave it alone, Joe. Just go on. I've seen the planet from 68,000 feet. I can tell you some bitches around. But I'm not going to argue with him about it. I'm just no. But after I see it like for the fifth time, I got to say something. I can't help it. So it's a flaw in my character. That's all I can tell you. After a while, I'm like, okay, that's enough of this. I got to say something. My biggest thing has always been the same thing when people tell me we don't go to the moon. I said, well, how did we get Russia to lie for us? Well, what do you mean? I said, well, we didn't go to the moon. Russia would have known we didn't go with them. I mean, they were the Soviet Union back then. They would have done anything. I mean, they were embarrassing us every chance they got. What do you think? They wouldn't have used that against us? I'm like, come on. Yeah, I always wanted to.
Conspiracy with the moon. Stanley Kubrick shot the moon landing. That's I heard one of those.
Well, yeah, because they were asked. They actually did shoot a moon landing. It's not quite what you see when you see them go to the moon. It's a kind of a different setup, but they did.
They were doing simulations.
Yeah, they were doing simulations for the TV network so that they could have them to show people before the shots were being done. But you could always tell the difference between the two. One, the outfits, the spacesuits weren't quite the same. But then there was something else I found out just recently too, kind of bothered me. So the president had asked them to shoot a complete moon landing in case we didn't make it, in case we crashed.
Oh boy.
And I'm like, okay, so you would have seen them, and then what? The shit would have blown up on the way back. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But I just, unfortunately for me, I've interviewed several astronauts over the years. Matter of fact, the last two I talked to were Edgar Mitchell and Buzz Aldrin at the press club in Washington, D.C. about 7 years ago. And Buzz always tells everybody, we didn't go to the moon. We didn't go to the moon. And Edgar looks at him, stop it, because Buzz told me why he did it. Because when I asked him, he said, of course we did. He said, but I'll tell you what goes on. He said, I'm minding my own life, doing my own, just going through life. I'm retired now. He says, every day, 50, 60, 70 people a day. We didn't go to the moon, Buzz. You know that, right? He said, after a while, I just get tired of hearing. I'm like, yeah, we didn't go. That's fine. Think whatever you want. He said, he really did. He got kind of pissy about it. He's like, I'm just tired of hearing it. Edgar, on the other hand, he thought he'd giggle like a schoolgirl anytime somebody said something like that. But they was into, and then I interviewed all the Mercury, Apollo, and Gemini astronauts, and about half the shuttle astronauts over the last 30 years. And so far, they all said they've been out in space doing what they can. The only thing that bothers me is when I ask them things like, did you see a UFO? They go, well, I can't talk about that, Joe. I said, no, really? No, Joe, I'm like, no, he said, no, I can't talk. I asked Edgar about it. He said, I'll tell you this. No one who went in space didn't see something, and that's all I'm going to say. And I'm like, what the is this? Eventually, I just let it go. I've seen some good tapes like Jeff Gordon put out. Some things he got from the shuttle that he posted that are really good. And then there's the SES-47 mission where something at Earth takes a pot shot. NASA said it was ice off the shuttle, but yet something from Australia shoots a beam up towards this thing and it changes direction and leaves. I'm like, okay, well, that's the funniest ice I've ever seen in my entire life, man. I didn't even know what to think about that. But, you see stuff like that. But, see, that's good stuff y'all could be writing books about. drawing pictures of. I was thinking about Daniel just now, man. He needs to go in Babylon 5 and do some artwork off of B5, man. It's before your time, Daniel, but it's got some cool stuff in it. It's, but
on YouTube.
So let me just say this to Daniel while I'm thinking about this. I have bought many books. Oh, look how good this cover is. I want to read this book. And then I get in a book and I'm like, well, that bleeping artist. Because, let's be honest, in a lot of cases, the cover sells the book, especially for, how can I say this nice? Layman's, we'll use that term. Your author does a good job, but you want to get people's attention, so you get a good cover. And that's all great when the cover matches the story and you're getting something out of it. But it's another thing when you see this wild, crazy cover and you get inside in the book, you're like, but hey, at least the illustrator's doing a good job because they bought the damn book. Was that Carolyn? No, I'm serious. I have bought books, bad on my part, by the cover. I read the back of them, but still, the cover was what sold me on the book. And then sometimes I was really happy, and like with The Expanse, I was really happy when I read The Expanse. But when
is The Expanse one book?
I don't actually know, to be honest with you. Somebody had just told me that you can get the book The Expanse because I thought it was a whatchamacallit story. Well, no, I thought it was, I forgot what they call it, but
trilogy.
Yeah, but I'm talking about a script. I actually thought that's what it was. But no, he said, no, there's actually a book for The Expanse. I was like, okay. And I don't remember it going all the way through season 6. It must have just been like the first season or two. Mm-hmm. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about the TV series The Expanse. I believe it is on Prime. Yes, it's 6 seasons.
Yeah.
It's near now sci-fi, which is by far my favorite. By the way, Barlow, what is your just favorite thing to write in? I mean, science fiction, fantasy, near now, crazy people,
historical fiction.
No, yeah, I hear you. I would say speculative fiction set in the contemporary world.
Well, that's really interesting.
Given the political landscape in America, it's like almost satire writes itself now, So
you're not kidding about that.
It's just,
speaking of which,
now it's just
right.
nonfiction.
L. Ron Hubbard wrote Mission Earth, which was a 10-volume series.
I've seen the stacks in the library.
And he, at the beginning of it, I read the whole thing, and the beginning of it, he went into like a dissertation about satire and how it came about and the purpose and all this stuff. And I always joke with John Goodwin now. I say, when he wrote it, it was satire, but now it's a documentary. So
it pretty is these days. So Daniel, what you? Oh, that's fine. I'll get it later. Yeah. Oh no. Well, no, you go take care of your customer. Don't worry about us. I'd rather you be making money than worried about us, man. It's. I was just going to ask you what's your favorite. First off, I wanted to know if you have any particular things you like to draw or illustrate. But also, what is it that you use? Do you use a computer? Do you use paint? Do you use pencil? I'm just curious.
I kind of just use like a combination of both. I like sketching a lot, and I do a lot of experimentation. Like sometimes I'm primarily working in Photoshop, or I might be painting it halfway and then finishing it in like the computer. So it's kind of like halfway I do things. I know that.
So you like start with paint and then scan it and then it's now computer?
Yeah, sometimes. Like I know sometimes I just like do like a whole like pencil drawing, and then maybe I'll go on a computer to test some colors, and then I'll maybe paint it with physical paint and then scan it and then finish it with a digital version. Or sometimes I just purely do a digital painting depending on how much time I have or whatever the deadline is at the time.
Shit, I can't even draw a circle on them damn programs. I mean, I can't draw a circle in regular life, but on the program, it's even harder. It always wants to come out like with anyway, we're not gonna go there, but I'm amazed when people use those programs. I mean, I can use editing software all day long now. I could make both of y'all look like you were extraterrestrial females.
They're like, go for you.
Don't let me around any editing software, man. I can do some stuff with that. But it's and now with AI's help, you can do all sorts of. That's like that. We play We Are the World, but it's sung by all the world leaders. Whoever did that did a fabulous job with it. I mean, you got all the world leaders in there singing. You know, you got Putin singing next to Trump. You got Trump doing a solo. You got your boy from Israel doing a solo. You got several other world leaders doing solos, and you got the head of the head of the EU. She's singing. Everybody. I mean, if you're a prominent world leader, you're in this singing, and the music's great. And what they did was somehow or another, they stuck the accents in there.
Wow.
First off, none of these presidents ever sang none of this stuff, unless it's Lazinski. He did do some singing when he was younger, but and he did singing in a pink outfit, no less. Anyway, we're not going to talk about that. But
okay.
First time I seen that through, but it just like it was one of the things that hit you in the head, and you're like, "What the hell is that?" But no, I mean, none of them, as far as I know, had any live action in this at all. This was just done. Some of them looked like they were shots taken of people in real time, and some looks like it's definitely AI. But whoever did it did a good job, and all the voices are there, the solos are there. I mean, it's a 3.5 minute long "We Are the World," and sung by it's actually profound when you think about it, because it's sung by all the world leaders. Somebody should send it to every world leader on the planet and say, "Here, look, morons." I mean, it's one of those things, and it makes people think. I know a lot of people when they see it, because it's funny when you're watching it, but it also makes people think, because I've gotten lots of comments about it over the last few months since I started playing it. So a lot of people are like, "Wow, this is definitely different." It's one of them things. It's
okay.
It's good, but I guess you got to be an AI artist for that.
Mm-hmm.
So Dan, you're using the AI? I mean, have you messed with it any?
I don't really like the AI. I feel like, to me, when I see like an AI illustration, they all kind of look the same. Like they all have this like, I don't know. It's like when
overly
I like
clean
a lot
look.
of illustrations. It's like I kind of just like see the patterns that they do, and it kind of doesn't really feel like the real thing. I guess what you're saying. But no, I don't use it.
I've had lots of illustrators tell me that. I've actually heard a few authors too, and I don't know how you feel about Barlow, but so a good friend of mine who writes, he's telling me the other day, he said, "I'm writing." He said, I said, "You know what?" He said, "I'm just going to cheat. I'm tired. I'm going to let AI finish the story." So he said he put it in there, and he told him, he gave him the paragraphs he had already written, and he said it was writing pretty good. And he said, "I noticed it got in 700 or 800 words, and then the next 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 words were, as he would call it, jibber jabber." I mean, some of the lines and some of the paragraphs made sense, and then some of it was just, okay, was the AI smoking something? So, I mean, have you ever tried using Barlow? I mean, I know a few authors who have tried, but they haven't been didn't like it much.
I have never tried, and I definitely never will.
That's good. I like that.
On the safe side of it. Yeah.
I don't look. I'm all for AI doing a lot of things to make life easier, but I really don't want to see it drawing my pictures or doing any stories. I'm just not ready for that yet.
I agree 100%.
It wants to paint my car. That's fine. It can do that.
The manual labor, fine. The manual labor you can do. Sure.
Well, I did see just recently this gentleman who he's an illustrator out of New York. So he bought a machine, an AI machine, and he does all his own illustrations. He's a fairly famous guy. So now he loans the machine out, and he charges for the artwork. I mean, they go to people's house and do murals on the walls with him. They're fabulous looking. I'm not going to lie. They're fabulous. This guy's making a small fortune. I mean, he's charging like $25,000, $35,000, $45,000 a mural. This thing does a mural in all of about 20 minutes. So if you were to get up there, or any really good illustrator, it would take him quite some time to paint a wall that size and that detail. But yet here comes this machine, but it's still relying on an illustrator to do the artwork. It still needs that illustrator to do that artwork. And I noticed a good friend of mine who's in Silicon Bayou in Louisiana, he owns a gaming company down here. And what he did was is he actually hired more illustrators, more writers, and more storyboard writers, what he calls them, and more programmers. He starts everybody off at $100,000 a year. That's his gig. And in Louisiana, it's a little cheaper to live in, so he starts him at that, and the longer you're with him, the more you make. So what he did is he decided, if I could use AI, because he was telling me an average game for his company takes about 18 months to produce, sometimes more than that. Sometimes you might be looking at 2 years. So what he did now is he got all the stuff together, he got all the stories together, he got all the art together, and he puts a team of his illustrators, writers, and programmers in charge of the AI, and the AI does it. So now he's making games in 9 months, 10 months, which is two good things. One, it cuts the expenses down on making the game extremely. It raises their profit margin up because they're selling them, getting them out faster, which has also allowed him to give everybody in his company raises. So not only is he keeping his people, he's paying them more money, and he's still managing to get games out in half the time. He's really happy. I mean, and I guess the gamers are happy, and the people who work for him are happy. Now, is this going to be a match that stays like that? I don't know, because I don't trust anything AI for writing anything.
Yeah, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly with that, for sure.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, I'm not all that big of a fan of them doing documentaries. And I was watching them do documents for a company the other day, and it screwed up 4 or 5 times while I was doing it. And as far as artwork goes, I can only say this for my own personal thing. I need that sense of originality. I don't care. I mean, I care who the artist is, but I need to know that this was original work from them. And you know, and when they're copying something or making light or something, that's all fine because they're telling you they're doing that. But you know, that artwork that comes from inside of you, that's the artwork I want to see. That's the stuff I've bought over the years. That's the shit hanging in my living room in my house. You know, I don't mind paying money for good art. I really don't. It's especially it comes in oil. Oh my God, I'm an oil freak. But we'll leave that alone. It's I don't know where that came from, by the way. I guess from being old or something, but oil's always been a thing of ours. Even though we have some canvas art, and then we have, of course, Frank Frazzetto's piece right behind me over there. You have to get that hide back there behind everything. And that Sarah won't give me any more of that. She's such a witch, man. I'm telling you. I'm just teasing. In case you hear this, Sarah, I'm just teasing, sweetie.
Anyway, Barlow, if I recall correctly, you're going to be back in the States in late September. Is that right?
Yeah, I'll be leaving here in about 3 weeks.
Oh, okay. And you'll be here for
a couple of weeks. I'll be visiting my mother in Chicago.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Well, maybe I'll be able to arrange a book signing
just
for
in
you.
Time for the chilly weather, huh?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think the summers are just being extended now.
Right.
Summer's left into October these years, I should say.
You know, it's weird for us. Usually throughout the summer, especially in August, September, we see 99, 100% humidity. But last decade or so, matter of fact, since Katrina, we've had much cooler summers. I mean, this year, the hottest I've seen in all summer is 95 degrees. The last few days, it's been, well, today it was 76. Tomorrow it's going to be 88. That's cool for us. I know a lot of my friends bitch, but that's cool for us. I mean, that's nice weather. And then I was in, where was I? Well, actually, I was somewhere late September, and I was surprised. Actually, it was early October, and I was surprised there wasn't any snow. I was up in, I think it was Kansas, and I was surprised there wasn't any snow. I was like, wow, okay, this is cool. And, you know, I have other friends in Chicago tell me, but they all been telling me the same thing. It's like, it goes like the first week of October, it's still warm, and then boom, next week it's like freaking freezing outside. Yeah, I've had some of my friends in Pennsylvania. I had a couple of friends in Pennsylvania tell me that too. It's like, oh, it looks like we're gonna have some warm. Whoop, nope, sorry, it's freezing today. Like, well, that's the new weather we have today. Of course, he's from Texas. Texas is a whole weather system in itself. Yeah. I mean, they've got cold, they got snow, they got rain, they got flood, they got hurricanes, they got tornadoes. You name it, it's in Texas. Somewhere in Texas has got some kind of, except for Austin for some reason. Austin don't seem to experience anything. I don't know.
Right. And Daniel, you'll be in Sarasota like for a while. You won't be going back to Houston at this point.
Yeah, not until like I don't know. I think like June. I think.
Oh, okay. Next June.
Yeah, I'll be.
Okay.
So right now,
he might be married with 3 kids by then. Shit. I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing.
Oh, good.
Wait, who's adopting kids? I'm not adopting kids. No, all of my kids are grown, buddy. The only way any kids are getting around me is if they're grandkids, and that's the only way. And even then, it's going to be like, get back. Well, I hope you're really enjoying China. I mean, I hope you have a good time while you're over there. I mean, like I said, it's not what it was 30, 40 years ago. It's a much nicer place for Americans these days. And I just know a lot of people that's been over there. I used to know a lot of Europeans that go, but it seems like the Europeans have slowed down a little bit for some reason. But it does seem to be a lot of Americans going over there. Also, and all the people I've met so far have been good people. They haven't been, malice or anything else. They don't seem to have any problems. And a lot of them want to learn about our culture, which is surprising because I think their culture is more deep than ours is. But
yeah, definitely, I agree. It is.
It's just one of them things. I know we got to get out of here pretty soon. Dan, you want to go first? You got anything you want to plug or tell them or anything before we go?
I guess
Get to Ask the Dragon Con.
My stuff. It's my website's just danielmontifar.com. It's just my name. That's where you can just check out my stuff. And yeah, I'm just gonna be here at Dragon Con this weekend. And
yes,
I'm just at it's called Writers of the Future booth. So
yes.
If you're even here,
he'll do a personal picture for you for $3,000.
Yes, actually, yeah, I did a guy's dog that was dressed up like Chewbacca like a couple of minutes ago.
There you go. Look, there you go. Stop by, get some personal stuff, man.
Yeah.
Give John and Emily a hug. Buy that big picture back there for me. You can send it to me. I'll give you my address when you buy. No, call me and tell me. I'll get you a good deal on it because I know how to haggle with Sarah. Yeah, she's tough, people. I'm telling you. Y'all don't know that girl is tough to haggle with. She got a number in her head, and that's the number she wants. I'm like, come on, Sarah. It's got to be cheaper than that, baby. Anyway, Barlow, you got anything you want to plug or anything before we go?
No, just want to keep writing and try to finish a novel by next summer. That's the plan. And
nice.
My author page, I have a Barlow Crassmont author page on Facebook. So check that out. Any new publications that I have, but it's all on there.
And we have a good presence on Facebook, so y'all go check them out. When you get your first one, send it. I'll put it up here with the rest. These books rotate out of here all the time. These are standing, these are on the side. It's I tell people, because every Christmas, like this year, we're going to give away anywhere from 2,200 to 3,000 books, along with some lightsabers. We'll probably give 30, 40 lightsabers away. But a lot of times when we give a lightsaber, we send 3 books with them too. So this book, there'll be a couple of these going out this year. Now this one's signed, so it's not going anywhere. But well, I always get 3 signed books. One of them is all of y'all's plus a few extra signatures. One of them's all of y'all's plus when I see your parents or relatives or wives or whatever at the gala event, I get them to sign the book too, which makes it a very unique book. So I keep that. And then one of the signed ones I just give away. It's just everybody's signatures, just like if you go to Barnes and Nobles. And then I give away whatever else I've got. I gave away a guide, I think 200 of 35 and 36 each. John had sent me a while back.
Wow.
And we've given away a couple of the 6 book sets. And, it's good publicity to give stuff away. But what I do is I just leave them up there they'll be up there sometimes 6 months to a year, sitting next to Bob right there. He needs to get off and he's supposed to be somewhere else. But I leave him sit up there. And people ask me because, when you're on Roku TV, because we're on Roku television, and people can see because they're in 4K. So they see everything up here really clearly. Whereas if you're watching us on YouTube or Rumble or somewhere like that, you'll see this stuff, but you'll have to fiddle with it and zoom in. It'll be a little blurry. Not on Roku, buddy. On Roku, so when I give stuff away, there's stuff inside Bob's eyes. Well, you're only going to see it if you're on Roku television. You're not going to see it if you're on anything else. So, I'll tell you, hey, look, if you tell me what's in his eyes, I'll give you this, or that. Last year, I gave away a really nice watch. And somebody had donated it was I forgot what the hell it was called now. It's a very famous watch, but it wasn't a really expensive one. It was like $2,700 or something. And we gave it away. It got given, but they had to know what was in the eyes to get it. And this one lady kept saying, so, and one guy, a couple people wrote in, they had it almost right, but there was one little beamy little like a steel ball that was in one of the eyes, and nobody had said it. And this woman writes in and says, "Well, it's got all of this, but you know, Joe, right in the back corner, it's got one of these little round steely thingies." Well, she won. It was a Rolex, actually. It's $2,700 Rolex that somebody had donated, and we give away all kind of stuff. You name it. Oh, we got these to give away too. You know, for you authors, I get these from authors all the time. These little, I guess we'd call them doubloons. I got a bunch of them sitting on the. Yeah, I don't know. These were made for the Monroe Doctrine. Actually, is what these were made for. So when I give one of the books away, they get some of these. They get a set of these. People send me pens and cards, you name it, man. But I give it away. It's not. Besides, to be honest with you, if you see my studio, how much shit was piled in books, you'd just be like, Joe, you need to get some more stuff away. I'm planning on cleaning it out this Christmas. But anyway, guys, I want to thank for both of y'all for hanging out with us. Stay safe on the other side of the planet. Daniel, have fun over at Dragon Con. Carmen, just stay out of trouble, man.
We want to thank Barlow and Daniel for joining us. They're both winners in the Writers and Illustrators of the Future contest, and their story and art are published in L. Ron Hubbard Presents Writers of the Future, Volume 41.
This one right here, before we leave, this version right here, this is it.
And we thank you guys for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
You can find them both in this book. Over the airways. Oh, that's Battlefield Earth behind you. And anyway, we got to go and thank both of y'all for hanging out, guys and girls. Be good. If you ever want to meet Carmen, the only way you can meet Carmen is to win. Well, I'd say the only way you can meet these guys is to win, but that's not true. You can meet them other places. But the only way you can meet Carmen is to win. Yes, ladies, if he's single, guess what? Yeah. Anyway, enough about all that. On that note, good night, and thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget, guys, I will be on the chat in less than 30 minutes, so we'll be over there getting in trouble. The chat's just an open forum show. There's no rules, no boundaries, no language barriers. It's just for insane people. It's the most popular show on the network because it's for insane people. And we talk about everything around the planet, foods, clothes. We try to stay away from politics mostly. I mean, it sneaks in every once in a while, but we try to stay away. But we talk about everything and anything. On that note, good night and stay tuned for the chat, guys and girls.